My name is Sylvia Kuchena. I'm a psychotherapist, an author, and founder of Horizon Mental Health Clinic in Limerick City. Oh my god. I hope you had a lovely Easter. I hope you enjoyed your time. I hope you had a good time with your family. I hope it was all healthy, all good, all positive. If not, well, I'm sure there is a lesson for it. I'm sure there is something you can learn about it and take it. And this is something actually I will talk about to you today. It's about self-awareness, about willingness to learn, and about seeing things through the lenses of separateness. I'm not sure how familiar you are with this, but this concept, for the first time when I heard, it was quite a challenging concept. Like, we tend to see everything through the lenses of separateness. We see us as us and other people as other people. We see us as who we are, and then other people as them. And yes, in physical world, I agree, there is separateness, but it's only in physical world. But when it comes to energy, there is no separateness at all. Every single person that you will meet is the reflection of yourself. So everything that you will see in a situation, in a person, there is a message for you to take on, because everyone that you see and their behaviors and their energy, they're in your life for a reason. And it's like you being pushed outside so you can really see where do you really need to work on. And let me know if this concept if you know what I mean, okay? Because as you know, your psyche has a different layers, and we tend to be and act and from the very surface one. We don't tend to go deep and keep asking ourselves, why are we doing things that we do? What is happening for us? Have I been triggered? Is this reminding me of something? Is this where somewhere in my life I need to work on? Like, what other aspects this situation is really reflecting on my other aspects, So it's like, take it, project it somewhere else, and see where can you get and what answers can you get. So let's slow down. So this is just what we will be talking about, but let's slow down. So let's say I'm going to give you a few examples so this concept of seeing things not through the lenses of separateness, but through the lenses of wholeness, I will go around so you can really grasp it and you will really know what I'm talking about. Okay? So let's say you have texted your friend, and it was more of, hi, how are you? It's a simple text, checking in. And then I want you to really, if that was the case, I want you to really think about, why did you text this person? Was it genuine? Was it something that you did it because you missed it, because you just really, really care and you really wanted to find out how the person was? Or subconsciously, maybe there was a hidden agenda of, I'm going to text this person, I'm going to text her, but then I will expect her to text me back and ask me the same question, because I really need to tell her how do I feel. So ask yourself, or maybe you will be in the shop, in the queue, standing in the queue, and then you have much more shopping than the person behind you, and you're like, I'm not letting this person go ahead of me, I'm gonna be first, I want to do this. What's going on? Why do you have the need to be first? where in your life you were not first and you really wanted to be first. You see, there is this projection. We are projecting things all the time. But then projection itself isn't bad or isn't good. It's just what we do. It's part of being human beings. It's part of being who we are. But the thing is, projection itself, as I said, it's not bad. But if you don't have self-awareness around it, then it creates a lack. It creates something that will make you very unhappy, because you're acting out like an autopilot, like you're on autopilot. You're not paying attention to your own self. You're not paying attention to what is happening to you. You're not paying attention to what you really need. And when that is happening, you're running about like a headless chicken, not knowing what you really want, why you act the way you do. And then you will repeat this pattern until you will actually stop and learn. And you can learn from every single scenario of your life. So let's say you're in the car, you're driving very fast, and like you're very impatient, and it's like you're driving very aggressive, like, you know, like nearly going through the red lights, and like you're not with people, like you're not allowing people to go in your line. You're very passive aggressive, as I would say. What's happening? Why? What are you projecting out? Where are you not taking responsibilities? So driving very, like, you know, recklessly, where else are you like that in your life? Career, relationship, I know you're all being a parent. What's happening? Like, what are you really projecting? What can you learn from this lesson? Why are you so much in a rush? Where are you rushing? And really, I'm not talking about your destination from A to B in your car. I'm talking about in life in general. Where are you rushing? Why can't you enjoy what you are right now? What are you running away from? You see, everything comes back to you. You are the center of your reality. You are the center of your life. Nothing can impact you as such unless you will allow this to happen. So if things are happening outside of you and it's affecting somehow your mood, how you feel about yourself, how you feel in general, there is a lesson. There is something for you to take on. So, where are you? Like, what are you running away from? Like, we're going to the car and there's this need of fast movement. Where are you in your life going slower than you wished you were going faster? What's happening? Like, what is going on in you? You see, self-awareness is how we learn. But to have self-awareness, you have to have this need of learning. Your willingness to learn, to be the never-ending student, is the key. Is the key to how you feel about yourself. It's the key to breaking the old patterns. It's the key to know who you are, where you're going, what you want, what are your needs, and how can you meet them. You see, when you don't do this, subconsciously, your ego, and that's the surface level, you're the lowest, the lowest, but yet the most surface mind, will get you to still meet your needs, one way or another. It will, but when you're going to do it, not being aware of it, it's going to be very unhealthy. And when it's going to be unhealthy, you will be creating maybe patterns that are not really that good to you. And this is why self-awareness has a huge power, because self-awareness is all about you. It's all about how you feel. It's being self-aware really I want to say forced, but it's not really forcement. It comes with ease and comes with flow, but you're taking then full responsibility for yourself, for who you are, for your actions. You don't blame other people. So let's say if you have the self-awareness, or yeah, you know what, I'm really projecting my reckless driving here because I'm trying to run away from the work I don't really like, and now I'm rushing home because that's where I feel safe. Maybe that's where I want to be. And then it's like, okay, so how can you make this happen? Like, there is this call of your soul, like there is this need to be different. So why are you still believe that you need to be stuck in the place that you don't? Like, what actions can you take right now? And start questioning yourself, start questioning your answers, your questions about your behaviors, because you have the inner wisdom in you. All the answers you need, you have within you. So you have to teach yourself how to listen to yourself. You got to listen and stay connected with your needs, with your soul, with your desires. They're all coming from the higher self. They're coming from this incredible energy that it drives you, that makes you want to do things. And when you disconnect yourself from that, it's all struggle. It's like, oh, another day, oh, another thing. Like, my needs are not met. Like, oh my god, this person have let me down. Oh my god, this person didn't listen. And, you know, boundaries are being crossed. All of this gets very messy. Everything gets messy if you're not listening to yourself properly. This is why self-care and self-love is the key. But this is not exactly where we're going with this session, if you would like to say. Today we're going somewhere deeper than the self-love. It's more of understanding yourself. It's more of stop running away from your needs. It's about stop denying and voiding how you really feel. Oh, those emotions are making me uncomfortable. Good. There is a message. Stay with it. What is the message? Why those things are making you so uncomfortable? What can you learn from it? Why are you feel confused? Where in your life do you feel confused? You know, your body, it will always help you find out through your emotions, through your feelings in your body. You will find out what's happening for you. How are you supposed to reach inner peace if there is no peace and there's no connection, there's no congruent between your mind and your thoughts and your feelings and your body? If like your mind goes this way and your body goes that way, like they're not meeting together, they're not cooperating, you're creating this block, and it gets messy. And it gets very messy. So you are in charge, but majority of us don't believe that we can be in charge. That majority of us are afraid of being in charge, having control, feeling responsible. All of those, to some of you, might be a really scary concept. Like, oh my god, then I'm gonna take the blame if something doesn't work out. If I'm going to fail, I will be the one to blame. But my dear, let me just tell you something. Failure is illusion. There's no such a thing as failing. Trying things will already get you somewhere. Trying things differently, there's already a wisdom in it. If you try one thing and it didn't work out, it means there's something for you to learn, and then the next time you will do it, you can apply the new knowledge that you learn and then make it work. And also, failing another thing. Failing is only when you give up. That's the only thing. Otherwise, there's no such a thing as failing. You can't fail at being yourself. You can't fail at trying new things. You're going to fail only if you're going to give up. Giving up and not doing things, that's a failure. Because there's no more, like, you give up on willing to learn. You give up on taking the message, taking the lesson. Like, otherwise, it's not. It's actually, it's impossible to fail trying new things. You're always going to learn new things. There's always going to be something that you can take from. So, redefine your belief of failings at something, or making a mistake. Like, what is a mistake? Like, who says something was a mistake? Something might make you very uncomfortable, but yet, did you not learn something from it? Did you not grow from it? You have. I'm sure you have. I'm sure you have learned a lot. So, why are you still giving out to yourself? Why are you still finding it hard to forgive yourself for all the past mistakes that you did? And one thing that we are really doing it completely not right as such is we are judging ourselves from the place of the now, looking back 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 15 years ago, whatever years ago it happened. You're looking and you're judging yourself from the place of the now. And that's not fair. That's not fair on the person that you have been back then. If you really want to judge yourself, you really need to go back in your thinking, back to your wisdom, back to the lack of the experience that you had back then, apply it then, and then ask yourself, was that really that bad? Or did I really did my best to my knowledge, with what I had and my skills and my wisdom I had back then? Usually, that is the case. If you would come back to where you were 18, to where you were 20, to where you were, 30, it depends. If you would take yourself back to that place and judge yourself from that place, you would see that you really did the best that you could. Because all the knowledge that you had, you applied it back then. It's so easy. Okay, so it's like, imagine now, like, you're an adult. You can walk without thinking about where are you putting your steps. And you see a child try to learn how to walk. You're not going to be like, oh my god, he's such a failure at walking. You don't do that. You're encouraging, like, yes, try it again, you can do it, you will eventually learn. So when it comes to us, why are we judging ourselves when we were just learning how to walk, how to live? Like, we're not being born with the script of a manual of how to do things when this is happening, or how we should feel, or how should we act, and who should we be. We have to figure out everything by ourselves. And yes, some of you had a very good experience with having an amazing childhood and supportive, loving, caring parents, but majority of you don't have that. You had to even though you still, even if you had the loving, caring parents, you still had to, there were still things that you had to figure out yourself. There was still a challenge put on your journey. There's no way you can live this life. You can, be on this journey of life and not have any challenge, not have anything, because otherwise you would not learn anything. So why are we so keen to judge ourselves? Why are we so keen to be so dismissive almost of the journey that we had to overcome to become who we are today? And this again comes back to yourself and who you really are, and not looking through the lenses of separateness. It's not looking through me back then and me now. No. No, like, you are who you are today because you did all the things that you did, because you have experienced and overcome all the traumas and the challenges. Take it. It's not like life is throwing at you only the hard, difficult stuff. No, there is always a balance. Like, in the universal laws, there's always balance. It's never one thing or another, either or. Universal law doesn't work like that. There's always harmony, there's always balance. Look at seasons. It's like we have a spring now, the leaves are coming out the trees and just making it more greener and more lively. Before that, we had winter, there was no leaves, there was time for rest, there was time. But when the change is happening, you don't see tree going like, oh my god, no, those leaves again, like, I don't want those leaves, like, take them away. Why can I not grow bells? I don't want leaves, I want bells. Tree, there's no resistance as such, like, it flows. It's happening. So why can't we? Why can't we flow with life? Why can't we go and take whatever whatever life brings us, like, take it as part of you. Learn from it. Take it as a message. Take it as something that you can really learn from. Stay with that flow and you will see how much easier life can be. This isn't about who's the best, who's this. It's about who you are, who you want to be. How are you feeling with yourself? So rather than the next time you're going to talk with someone and how someone gonna make you really angry because, for whatever reason, and they'll be like, I'm not talking to her ever again. What it would be like if you're like, okay, she really made me angry here. Why? What's happening? Why this situation made me angry? Why that she was late made me so angry? Okay. Where are you late? Was there time when you were late? When you made someone waiting for you? What was going on? What's happening behind it? Anger is a lovely emotion. I love anger because it shows us different. It's like, anger is just this big, and then there's like an iceberg. Like, on tip of the iceberg is just this, and that's all what we see with anger. But then underneath, it's like, oh my god, it's so rich with emotions and so rich with experience and wisdom and unsaid and unspoken experiences. So anger, it's a really amazing emotion. It's very strong. Like, when we feel anger, all of a sudden we feel so strong. We feel like we have power, but it's all muscular energy at the same time. Just so you know. And then, like, when we look at anger itself, it's like there's frustration, there's either fear, or there's hurt. So there's three feelers from anger, three feelers, and then underneath there's like the juicy stuff, as I call it, So it's like, you don't have to be afraid to feel anything. Like, you don't have to be afraid of being uncomfortable. You don't have to be afraid of feeling guilty, ashamed. Out of every single emotion, shame is actually the lowest emotion. It's very difficult to work with because usually with shame there is no hope, and it's very directed at yourself. So shame as such is a really complex emotions, I have to say, like complex, not as complex as what I say, the anger, because as I say, there's different things. Complex in the sense there's very little energy to actually grab as such, you know. So, but every single emotion is something that you can learn from. There's a message, and you've got to stay willing to learn. You've got to stay if you want to have a happy, fulfilled, peaceful life, you need to start paying more attention to you, to your behaviors, what's happening. Not expect people to meet your expectations, to meet your needs, to get them to be someone that you want them to be so you can feel happy. That's, other people have their own journeys. They're not here to please you. They're here to maybe be and teach you something, but they're not here to please. Like, they're not gonna dedicate their own life for you so you can be happy, because that's not fair on them either, you know. So you can take it and see it, okay, where am I, where is me in this situation? What am I projecting? What is missing? What am I missing? What do I need? And you can learn. You can learn only if you want to learn. You will learn. So I think for today I have talked a lot. And I hope that I give you something to think about, to reflect on. You can journal. You can journal about this session, about how you feel, about your self-awareness. How do you see separateness? What's going on for you? Like, how congruent do you feel you are, and then how you really are? You know, any lessons, anything that you took from today. You can actually share with you can share your experience by messaging me on my Facebook or email, or even text on there. Like, this video will be probably on YouTube, so you can text me under that as well. So there's different other connections, different other ways that you can actually connect with me. So I actually don't have my books with me that I could actually show you. As I said at the beginning, I'm an author. And I have wrote 2 books on happiness and subconscious mind. So one is Grow Into Your Happiness. It's very theory based, but also there's some practical things about how to be happy, what is happiness, how to work on self-esteem, how to work on confidence, what is mindfulness, how to look after ourselves. There's, you know, your needs of your soul, there's your needs of your mind, there's your needs of spirituality. There's loads of different things that you need to kind of find the balance, as I said today. So it's a nice little book. It will help you, it will guide you on where and how to kind of start thinking about yourself more. My second book is much more deeper. It goes much more deeper. It goes about reprogramming your subconscious mind. So we really, like, page by page, I'm analyzing every single behavior that you can or might feel or be or experience. We talk a lot about expectations. We talk about being responsible. I'm really making you aware of your patterns of your thinking, and for that I'm helping you to change and how to address this energy towards yourself. And that book is not for everyone, simply because it is deep book, and some of you might not be ready to go that deep, to have that deep awareness about yourself. Also, if you're not a book reader, I have created a masterclass, the Fearless Soul Masterclass. It's a 5-day masterclass. It's over 6 hours altogether of work with me, where you learn about your emotions, where you learn about yourself, old blockages, past inner child stuff. Again, it's deep, but after the 5-6 days of that masterclass, you will have much more understanding about your fears, about your blockages, of why you didn't do the things that you maybe wanted to do, and you will kind of release the fears. You will release, and you will feel like you're ready. You can do this. You can change your job. You can't leave that relationship. You can go traveling. There will be this letting go of what doesn't really serve you, and you will become a fearless soul. But I have a surprise. I have a surprise for you. The Easter was busy time for me. Definitely, it was very busy time for me. Apart from that, my husband had an operation. I was really working hard on my new project, which I'm ready, I think, to release right now. As I did say in one of my takes, it's something in an infant stage. But what I have decided, which I never did before, I'm going to start talking about this. It's a 4-month academy. It's how I called it is the Dream Life Academy, where I'm really working with you. Number one, of one-to-one sessions. There will be access to a private closed group where I will be posting new videos every week. There will be Q&As. There's loads of support around your development, loads of support about you, your journey, where you want to be. So as I said, it's a 16 weeks program where you will be able to work with me directly, one-to-one, and we will work on your goals, on your desires, and to achieve the dream life that you always wanted. For now, that's all what I'm going to say. You can check more information probably at the end of this week, maybe today, maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure when Sabina will have this thing sorted out to put it all together on the website, but it will be done this week for sure. So by the end of this week, you should have not all, but some of the information about the 16 weeks academy with me. So if you would like to find out more, you can go to my website, which is www.psychotherapykuchena.com, and you will have the needed information in there. So for today, I want to thank you so much for being here with me, for listening, for interacting. I just really want to thank you so much for you. And I will see you very, very soon. So lots of love, like always. Bye.